Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. House Majority Leader Martin Romualdez has announced the renewed alliance between his party and Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte's HNP or Hugpong ng Pagbabago. Mayan Los Baños joins us live from Pasig City for more details. Mayan, how are these two parties preparing for next year's elections?
Hi Sean, good afternoon. The Lakas Christian Muslim Democrat or Lakas CMD party has renewed its alliance with Hugpong ng Pagbabago in preparation for the 2022 elections. Lakas CMD President Martin Romualdez said they will formalize the alliance in a month. Romualdez said both parties have been partners since 2018. He added that the alliance would benefit both of the parties because their ideals are aligned. As for his possible run for the vice presidency, Romualdez said he's still in the process of consultations. President Duterte has promised his support for Romualdez should he run for the second highest position in the land. Romualdez also said that he has been informed of his cousin Bongbong Marcos's national election plans. The party has since adopted a resolution which states that it will support Romualdez on whatever position he will run for. Despite the renewed alliance with Hugpong ng Pagbabago, Romualdez is still mum on Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte's plans for 2022. He said he doesn't want to preempt Sara's plans, but what's certain for now is that both parties will work together in the next elections. Sean, Lakas CMD has also called on other parties to join them in a multi-party coalition. Sean?
All right, did he mention which parties these were that he might contact?
Well, for now, they're in the loose alliance with PDP Laban, but with some other parties, we don't know yet. But the invitation is open for all parties, according to Congressman Martin Romualdez, as long as they can form a coalition for the 2022 elections. Sean.
All right. Gonna wait for these coalitions that form in the next few months. Thank you so much for that update. Mayan Los Baños joining us live from Pasig City. And the Commission on Elections has signed a memorandum of agreement with tech providers for the test run of online overseas voting come July. COMELEC Commissioner Rowena Guanzon said the mock elections are part of their study on the possible use of mobile apps in internet voting. The poll body has invited registered voters from overseas to participate in the live test run, which will be at no cost to the COMELEC. An official from the COMELEC had earlier clarified that online voting for select groups of OFWs will not be taking place in the 2022 polls. In other news, the Education Department has proposed 3 dates for the opening of classes later this year, subject to President Duterte's approval. Among the dates being floated for the resumption of classes are August 23, September 6, and September 13. The DEPED said they will be releasing the final school calendar for academic year 2021 to 2022 upon the President's approval. Meanwhile, the agency vowed to work on further improvements in the blended learning setup in the coming months. President Duterte earlier rejected the renewed proposal of DEPED to hold pilot face-to-face classes in low-risk areas, citing the threat of new COVID variants. We're pausing for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Several LGUs in the Bicol region have intensified border controls due to a spike in COVID-19 cases. The city government of Naga has appealed for additional COVID-19 vaccine supplies to help arrest the surge. Romel Lopez with the full story.
In the northern border of Camarines Sur in the town of Del Gallego, a forward control point has been put up to determine if those entering the province are negative for COVID-19 or if their travel is indeed essential. This as the province implements stricter border control due to the rising cases of COVID-19. In Naga City, police are on the lookout for violation of minimum health protocols. Houses of COVID-19 positive patients were on lockdown and are being monitored on daily. A total of 181 households were placed under granular lockdown. One affected resident was Tessie, whose own husband died due to COVID-19.
Sa amin po, mahirap po talaga ganitong lockdown. Maraming hindi magawa sa labas. Lagi lang nandito sa bahay. Asawa ko.
Ano po?
Yung asawa ko, yung namatay na din po nung Friday. Asawa din. Kasi may sa puso yun eh. Hindi ko po yun naasikaso. Yung anak ko ang nag-asikaso.
This policewoman named Eileen, not her real name, just got out of the quarantine after both she and her husband, who's also a police officer, got infected with COVID-19. They suspect they got the virus in the front line.
Marami talaga dito sa case ng Naga kasi madaming kasing asymptomatic ngayon. Yung nakakausap mo kagaya sa'yo kung meron na talaga sintomas o ano kasi ang iba akala lang nila simpleng sipon, simpleng ubo pero COVID na pala.
Barangay workers are among those patrolling areas under lockdown in Naga. Some roads have been blocked by authorities to limit the travel of non-essential residents.
Ang order sa amin ni Mayor, maglagay ng mga border sa exit and entrance point ng mga aming barangay. Ang dami ng labasan at ano sa aming barangay. Kaya ang ginawa ko, nagpaparunda ako. Pumapasok kami sa mga violator at pinapatikitan ko sila para madala sila na seryoso kami sa pagpatupad ng stay at home lang talaga. Epektibo naman. Talagang may mga pasaway na hindi mapagsabihan.
Health authorities from Naga said that the uptrend in COVID-19 cases in the city started last month. The city currently has 281 active cases out of 2,447 total cases. Naga City also registered the highest attack rate among LGUs in the Bicol region. The LGUs around 20 to 25 new cases tallied per day, most coming from working class. The LGU believes a spike can be avoided if the city can receive higher vaccine supply allotment.
Hindi lang Naga, kundi halos lahat ng mga probinsya. May problema talaga sa bakunang ibinababa dahil na-focus doon sa NCR Plus yung mga naunang bakunang dumating. Siguro mas lesser siguro yung namatay kung maagap yung ating pagbabakuna.
As of today, only 7,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in the city that has a population of over 170,000. For News 5, Romel Lopez. We are One News.
Presidential spokesman Harry Roque has downplayed Iloilo City Mayor Jerry Treñas's recent tirades against him. In a speech at a vaccination site in Parañaque, Roque said he believes that Treñas acted that way because the mayor knows he is also an Ilonggo. On 1PH's Sa Totoo Lang, Treñas blasted Roque for blaming his constituents for the surge in COVID-19 cases in the Visayan city. The palace official assured the Iloilo LGU that more COVID-19 vaccines are forthcoming from the national government.
Lambing po yan because he knows I am an Ilonggo myself. But that is something that I have to say to everyone. Siguro po nakakairita, but it's the truth. Habang wala po tayong containment, mask, hugas at iwas pa rin.
And on top of hitting Roque over his supposed blame game, Treñas also advised the presidential spokesperson to watch his mouth.
Okay naman si Harry, but minsan mas mabilis ang bunganga niya sa utak niya. So I think as an intelligent person, dapat mauna ang utak mo sa bunganga mo.
And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Presidential Legal Counsel Sal Panelo insists that Duterte's order to arrest those who refuse to get vaccinated has legal basis. Panelo said the Constitution gives sufficient authority for the president to manage COVID-19 with drastic measures amid a state of emergency. This contradicts the position of the Justice Department, which maintained that a law shall be passed first before any arrests can be made. Vice President Leni Robredo says her office is willing to expand the Vaccine Express project to the Visayas and Mindanao. This is in response to Cagayan de Oro Solon Rufus Rodriguez, who asked Robredo to launch more drive-through jab sites outside the metro. The Vice President, along with Manila Mayor Isko Moreno, opened a Vaccine Express site in the city of Manila on Tuesday for tricycle drivers. And vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said that the delivery of Sputnik V doses to the Philippines will be delayed to a still unknown date. Galvez explained that a representative from Russia told them that there are ongoing upgrades and developments on the vaccine. The government was expecting some 50,000 Sputnik V jabs, which were supposed to serve as second doses for those who already received their first shots this month. Two more Filipino athletes have qualified for the Tokyo Olympics, bringing our total number of delegates to 15. The latest additions are judoka Kiyomi Watanabe and track star Christina Knott. Watanabe secured a spot after placing 41st in the women's 63-kilogram division of the International Judo Federation rankings. Meanwhile, Knott sealed her berth through a universality rule after finishing 39th in the World Athletics rankings. Watanabe is a 5-time gold medalist in the Southeast Asian Games, while Knott won 2 golds and 2 silvers in the 2019 edition of the SEA Games. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.